Hey everyone, and welcome. Sorry, I'm sitting here perched on my bedside table. Family's all at home. I had done a reading, and when I went to download it, it wasn't there. So I will zip through it again very quickly. But what this particular reading was on Russia's threat to Sweden and Finland, basically. I will run through what I had read, and then if necessary, I will sort of pull some more cards. But rather than doing a whole reading again and coming up with the same answer, I'll just run through what went on. Often Meister will tell me to read on particular regions of the world, and I don't necessarily understand at the time why he's asking me to do so. And back on the 7th of January of this year, I had read on Northern Europe, the Scandinavian regions. What really shocked me is at about the 10-minute period, and I will post the link below to the video. And what I'll do is I'll just cut it back to that starting at the 10 minutes, was I got a very strong reading about a threat from Russia. Hang on, I'll just turn my volume up. So at the 10-minute time on the reading of the 7th of January in regards to the Scandinavian regions, I got a very strong message about a threat from Russia. Now, I didn't really think about much of it at the time. I knew there were sort of rumbles about Ukraine. I didn't understand why the Scandinavian regions would even remotely be involved. But the cards that I had drawn out was that there was Russia, there would be loss, not sure whether that's, but retreat basically, wounded in battle, disappointment, something would be chaotic, so disappointment, heartbreak, loss. So this is Russia with Ukraine at the moment. But what I also found was that reading on the Scandinavian countries, I was like, why am I getting all these Russia cards? I didn't realise that Sweden and Finland are not members of NATO. Now, I completely understand why, in that they didn't want to be caught up in other people's wars. They are very peaceful countries. They wanted to remain neutral. They wanted to just get on with being the fabulous people they are. Love that part of the world. Been there, would love to go again. But what's happened is that a threat has come out from the Russian foreign minister. Now, when I say Russia threatening, I don't mean the Russian people. I'm talking about Putin and his enablers, which are the oligarchs, the generals, his government. So what I came up with was that what occurred, the cards that I drew just in this video that didn't occur, was that Sweden and Finland are suddenly feeling very isolated, and they are having a rethink about their position in the world. And then it came up with new agreements, relationships and agreements, and coming together. So on the positive, I think that that these two countries will realise the importance of NATO and alliances, which goes beyond supplying their military assets, of which they have, and they've realised that. Hang on. So when I was reading on the threat that Putin has made to Sweden and Finland, I did not see it coming to pass. I saw it more as Putin basically saying, if you're not going to help Ukraine, I might as well take all these other countries. It was a bit of a bluff. But I did come up with that very quickly, and it will be enabled by NATO itself very quickly. These two countries, Sweden and Finland, will join the alliance. There is no reason why they can't. They meet all the criteria. So So I see that it will be enabled very quickly for these two countries to become part of the alliance. So yes, that was all very positive on behalf of Sweden and Finland, and sorry that you've been dragged into this. So I'll just do a couple of quick cards, because at the end of the day it's nice to see what the cards have to say. So tell me please about Sweden and Finland joining NATO. Please tell me about Sweden and Finland joining NATO. Sweden and Finland joining NATO. Oops! Not at my usual desk, so I haven't got my arms resting as they normally would. Sweden and Finland joining NATO. Okay. Yeah, it's going to happen really quickly, guys. Going to happen very quickly. Authentic reform will be coming forward. You know, you look at this. Yes, the hill has been broken down, but the butterflies are still flying, and the squirrel at the bottom is still. He's just curiously watching on. This is. I think I'm getting very strongly that this is in regards to Russia, as the rest of the world calmly looks on. So I'll have a quick read. This is going to end up to be a short reading, so I'll chuck something on the end as I had summarised. But the stars are still there. The light is orbs are falling gently, but it is about authentic reform. The beginning of a new journey of trust and courage. There will be decisions to be made. There will be some nitty-gritty to be worked out, especially in regards to the financial terms. But this is the card I pulled up before very strongly in regards to this question, is that this is not walking away. This is walking towards. This is walking towards the sunrise, the new beginnings, leaving behind what is not working for you, and it is inevitable that it needs to happen for the sake of unity and happy just peace and unity. Again, this came up in the previous readings. It's about relationships joining together in the face of heartbreak and loss. And this is bringing, again, a message of a new grounded beginning. The messages of a new beginning. So, yeah, that's just reinforcing what I had read earlier. Base of the pack was plans being made on the world stage, under the inspiring leadership. Do you have a female, either of the two countries? I'll have to look it up. A female leader. This is an inspirational female figure coming to the fore and leading the way, and bringing forward the abundance of the light. So, and then strength. We've got, Knight of Wands, sorry, my fault. Knight of Wands, bringing forward the reason I said strength is because you've got the Lion of Strength in the background behind this, making this a very powerful card. The King of Wands. This is my Zelensky card, with his strength, and you've got a new beginning, both financially and in regards to domestic security and practicality. So very much sums up what I had said in my previous reading. Now, I didn't bring my other cards back for this one, so I'll use these cards. So obviously I meant to use these cards because it is such a short reading. I'll just throw on the back here. I want to have a look at, excuse me, lovely flash of my hair there, a look at the anti-war sentiment, so the peace sentiment. When you're thinking about something, make sure that you think about it in the positive of what you want, not about what you don't want, because to attract to you what you are thinking about, and the universe doesn't discern behind a I want, I don't want. It just focuses on what you are actually thinking about. So always make sure that you are thinking in the positive. Right, tell me about the peace sentiment in Russia, the protesters in Russia. Readers all over the world are seeing this incursion into Ukraine as heralding the beginning of the end of Putin. The people of Russia did not want this invasion. The people of Ukraine definitely did not want this invasion. I have read on before the reasons behind it, so feel free to go back and have a look if you want. Okay, tell me about the protesters demanding peace. Tell me about the protesters demanding peace in Russia. Tell me about the protesters demanding peace in Russia. Okay, let's see how we go. Slow and steady progress forward. This is a very positive, diligent card. This is the signifier of the reading. They are walking towards what they want. They are walking away from what is not serving them and walking towards a brighter future. This is about the protesters. Base of the reading, the Seven of Swords. This is about lies, deceit, abuse of power. So they've got their eyes open to it. In the past, there are choices to be made, and I think what's happening now is that they're falling onto the side of their choices, not falling down, but they are coming together on the side of their choice now. In the past, they had these choices. Crowning the reading is manifesting something amazing. Yay! Immediate future, it's going to happen really quickly. It's going to gain momentum very quickly. The external influence is strength. These people, they are drawing on. The movement will have strength, great strength, inner strength, bringing forward their inner ability, but it is a strongful movement. Internal is breaking down of old structures so that can be rebuilt anew. That is their aim, that is their goal. The hopes and fears is the Page of Cups, which is revealing something that is unknown, unleashing the creativity, dreaming big. The outcome, okay, so you've got this Four of Cups, which is about loss. There will be some loss. It will not be an easy transition, and it will not be easy to maintain, but look at this coming out of this gloriful cup. So you've got 3 empty cups, but you've got this cup full of magician manifestation. Clarifying that is the new start. Courage, faith, believing in yourself, setting off on a new journey, and supported by the Page of Pentacles. It's only a page, but this page is bringing a message of dream big and work hard. Anything is possible. As the harsh truth is being realized. On the base of the pack, you've got the Hanged Man, which means seeing things from a different point of view. 6 of Wands, celebration, and Temperance. They are great cards for the protesters. Temperance is about harmony, rebalancing harmony, peace. So that is fabulous reading. The only negative in that reading was this card of making sure that you look at what is possible, what you can achieve, and what there is to be grateful for, because it is abundant. Okay, thank you for joining me. If you are in that region, please stay safe, look after yourselves, look after your community and your friends and family. We are thinking of you desperately all over the world. Empaths are finding this time fairly difficult, but we are also celebrating with you as well, as Ukraine is making some fabulous inroads into this illegal Russian incursion, and the sentiment at home in Russia is incredibly supportive for those in Ukraine. So take care, look after yourselves, love to everybody, and thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.